everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am the homeschool mom of 3, and today I'm going to be doing a flip through of Masterbooks Living Healthy. I'm going to be using this for the upcoming school year for my 4th grader and my 1st grader. I only got one workbook because we're going to do it together as a family, and my daughter isn't really like reading, at this grade level, obviously, or even writing. So my son will be writing in this workbook. My daughter, I will, for, certain pages, I will either, sorry, I just got over a cold, so my throat's still kind of scratchy. I will either make a copy of the page if she wants, one of the pages, like, oh, there's a maze in here. I just saw it. I don't know if I can find it. Right here. So, like, if she wants to do this, I can make a copy of it and give it to her. But other than that, she's not really going to be doing much. She's just going to be listening and then doing, like, some of the hands-on activities. And going from there. So, let's see. Let's see. How many lessons? 72 lessons. So, it will not last all school year. Actually, so this says right here. So this workbook is intended to be used independently by your 4th and 6th grader. Now, again, I'm not using it independently per se. We are going to make it like a family thing, but my son will be writing in the book. So it's his course book, but my daughter will, be listening in, basically. It says the lessons are approximately 20 minutes long. Excluding recipes, extensions, and daily walks. 2 lessons can be completed per week for a 36-week course, or 4 lessons per week for an 18-week course. So I will probably be doing 1 to 2 lessons. Maybe one week I'll do 1 lesson, the other week I'll do 2. It just depends. So this will last me anywhere between 36, to 40 weeks plus, which is great. And then after this, if we still, if we end up needing, more for science, I have another science unit that we will be doing through the good and the beautiful. But let's continue. So let's see. The course objectives: build up their strength and endurance through daily physical exercise, learn about the different foods that help and harm the body and its functions, become more confident in their communication skills and managing their emotions. I'm not reading all of it, just some of the points. This course emphasizes exercise, nutrition, personal health, environmental health, and safety. There are 4 areas of focus in each lesson. See that? The areas are words to know, the vocab, scripture copywork, helping us to remember that we are God's handiwork and can honor him with our wise choices. Scripture to be copied will be highlighted. So for that, I'll have my daughter copy, part like a shortened version of the scripture, basically, and my son can do that copy work in here himself. There's exercise. Then there's an activity. Looks like either a cooking activity or a craft activity. And then in addition to these, there are extensions. These are bonus activities. And then tests, which is optional, obviously. Excuse me. There are 4 units. And there is a supply list, which is nice. You can go through all of this before you start and make sure you have everything. I already looked through most of this, and most of it is stuff you probably already have at home or, is cheap to buy. Some of the supplies would be, pizza toppings, a soccer ball, a notebook, wire mesh sprouting screen or cheesecloth, a cup, water, balloons, glitter, stuff like that. So super easy, simple ingredients. Suggested daily schedule here if you need that. Let me go to lesson 1. Excuse me. So as you can see, it has the words to know. I'm going to be reading this to my children, sorry. And some of the words to know are Elohim, exercise, life expectancy, cardiovascular disease, insulin. There's more here. I'm not going to read all of it. And the question is, why would I want to exercise? So obviously we're going to be learning all about those words and, you know, why should we exercise? Then I flip the page, they have scripture, copy, and then another cool activity here, crossword puzzle, just to kind of like re-emphasize what we just learned. And yeah, kind of a fun. And then here it's a persuasive speech. Obviously you don't have to do all of the activities in here, but if you want to, you can. Let's go to, let me see unit 2, what they'll be learning in unit 2, and then I'll flip to that unit and kind of show you what that looks like. So for unit 2, they're going to learn about nutrition. So, you know, fiber, salty sodium, how to read a nutrition label, clean 15 and dirty dozen, real food is made by God. What else? Superfoods. I'm going to go to page 149 and just show you what that looks like. So this one is lesson 33, and they're going to learn about the clean 15 and dirty dozen. So some words to know are right here at the top. This is what it looks like. Words to know: pesticides, environmental working group, clean 15, dirty dozen, some supply lists. You would need laminating sheets, dry erase marker, and then see supply list on page 10 for green machine. So I would read all this, or you can have your child read it, and then we flip the page, and it looks like there's an activity where they learn about washing produce. Then they do their scripture copy work. And the scripture is from Matthew 23, verse 26, which says, blind Pharisee, first clean the inside of the cup and dish, and then the outside also will be clean. And then it says, it's good to eat clean and healthy foods, but this won't do us any good unless we also let Jesus clean our hearts and live from sin and lives from sin and selfishness. So they would do their copy work. And then there's an exercise activity, which we can all do as a family, either right after or later in the day. We'll probably be doing it like right as it happens there, just to, you know, get it done and kind of move our bodies, you know. And then there's an activity, sorry. My throat is a little scratchy. Okay, and then there's an activity EWG. With adult supervision, use the internet to find the dirty dozen and clean 15 lists to check if they have changed from the list provided below. And, you know, you would complete that activity. And I could make a copy of this for my daughter if I wanted to, if she wanted to participate. Again, she's only going to be in first grade, so some of this might go over her head, but it's still good for her to listen in. And then this extension activity, which is really cool, is a green machine. It's a smoothie recipe. So I know my kids will definitely like to do this. So that's nice. We'll have that, you know, we would drink that smoothie and be done with the lesson. Let's see, what else are they going to learn about? Let's go to lesson 52, which is how to communicate with others, words to know, communication, iMessages, first, then, last, and active listener. So this is what that looks like. And then they would do their scripture study and then a workout. So it has, you know, like it has a flow to it. So you kind of know what to expect. You do your reading, you do your scripture study, then you do your exercise, and then you can do these extra activities if you want. The extension for this is cartoon conversations, which says, imagine yourself having a conversation with God. He is listening to what you are saying. Draw that in the first set of boxes. Then imagine someone that you do not find interesting talking with God. God is listening to them too because he loves them. Draw that in the second set of boxes. You can color your drawings if you like. So that was activity for that. Let's go to lesson 59, which they are going to learn about choking. Excuse me. Really important to learn about first aid and choking. Words to know are choking and the Heimlich maneuver. So yeah, they're going to learn about how to do it. So I'm sure we will definitely, I'll have them watch videos regarding this as well. Oops. Sorry guys. I have my phone just on my printer. So apologize for that. And then the extension activity or the exercise, they're going to do Spider-Man slides. Never heard of that exercise. And then the extension activity is teach your family both the universal sign for choking and the Heimlich maneuver procedure. So there's that. All really important and good stuff to learn. Let's go towards the end. Oh, it looks like there are exercise instructions here in the back. If you need further instructions on how to perform them and their names, there's the burpee, overhead arm stretch, balancing Superman. There's games here, different game rules for soccer, volleyball. There's a glossary here in the back. And let's see, what's the last lesson? The last lesson is environmental health. So words to know would be environment, steward, and recycle. Supply list local track to walk a mile on, and then a stopwatch or a timer. Really cool stuff. Really important stuff to learn. I think this is great. Types of plastics. This is stuff that I don't really think I learned much of in school, to be honest. Especially like the different types of plastics and stuff. That's really interesting. They're going to do a plastic scavenger hunt. My kids will definitely like to do that. And, there's local recycling. It says, with adult supervision, use the internet to search your local recycling rules. Every town has different recycling programs. Fill in the information below. That's cool. Right there. And yeah, so just another quick flip through on the way it's set up. I think this is really cool stuff, really fun. Also great conversation starters, for later in the day, maybe when dad gets home. And just for life, like just to know how to take care of your body is really important. And just to be, an active family. I think this is going to be a really great addition. And I'm already liking it so far. So I cannot wait to start. That is all. Again, it's from Masterbooks. I got it off of christianbooks.com. You can also get it right off of their website. I believe it was like $40, I want to say. I could be wrong, but around that. And yeah, just a great resource to have. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.